Jessica's holding her hands and Fabian was looking at her.
I did not kill that little girl.
I just want to know what you did.
I did not dismember it.
Did he penetrate Victoria with his...
Yes.
Would we find your DNA on Victoria?
No. Hell no. No, man. That's crazy, man.
This is 31-year-old Fabian Gonzalez, the boyfriend of Michelle Martens, whose interrogation was previously covered and shook everyone who watched the horrors of that case. While Michelle's statements were disturbing, Fabian's interrogation takes this case to an even darker place.
At some point between that time when she was moved to the bathroom and to when the officers arrived, Victoria was dismembered and cut up into pieces, and you were there.
Along with his cousin Jessica Kelly, he played a key role in the brutal murder of 10-year-old Victoria Martens on her birthday. A crime so horrific, it still haunts the community of Albuquerque, New Mexico to this day. In the early hours of August 24, 2016, a frantic 911 call from a neighbor led police to an apartment building on Irving Boulevard, but nothing could have prepared them for the horrors they were about to uncover. Inside the home, where Michelle Martens lived with her 2 children, Victoria and Matthew, alongside her boyfriend Fabian Gonzalez, officers made a horrifying discovery. What they found was a scene straight out of a nightmare. The dismembered remains of a little girl lay scattered, a crime so gruesome it would soon make national headlines. As investigators placed together the twisted truth, 3 names emerged at the center of it all: Michelle Martens, Fabian Gonzalez, and Jessica Kelly. While Michelle and Fabian were being interrogated separately at the same time, one question loomed over everything. Why? Why would a man who was a father himself inflict such an unthinkable pain on a child he should have protected? His attitude, excuses, and sheer lack of remorse will leave everyone outraged and disgusted.
So, like, is there a way, like, we and Michelle could kind of talk to you at the same time, like, in the room, so we can set up...
No, like I said, there's some detectives talking to her, so in order to make sure we get everybody's story right...
The only reason why I'm saying that is because us together could explain why you didn't hear it and how she woke us up.
So let me explain this. If you guys are both telling the truth, then the stories will be exactly the same and you have nothing to worry about. Okay, Fabian, based on some information we've got from other detectives who are still out there, from your old lady, we have some other things that have kind of come up that aren't making sense. Those we want to talk to you about, okay? Mm-hmm. Are you doing okay, bro? Did you get some water?
Yeah.
What'd you eat, dude? Was it anything?
The food bar or whatever.
It's kind of gross, huh?
Yeah.
I had one taste like cardboard.
I
Yeah.
like them.
It was pretty gross.
They're not that good. I really don't like them. I just hate it because I've been hungry, man.
Okay, so...
I haven't eaten for like 10 hours, so...
Hey, I think
But I'm not even really hungry. I just had my stomach just...
unsettled.
This doesn't feel... It just feels like it's a nightmare. It just doesn't feel real, guys. This really doesn't.
Yeah.
Fabian claims he hasn't eaten in 10 hours, describing it as a nightmare, yet his self-pity starts here, while the true nightmare was Victoria's.
But we're trying to figure out exactly what happened because, like we said before, I think Victoria deserves that.
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, anybody deserves that, but especially a little girl, you know?
To me, this is... I would have never thought ever in my whole life would I be in something like this, ever.
So Fabian, just off the top, we're going to ask you this. We obviously have Victoria's body, okay?
Okay, can I ask you this real quick? Where did you find it?
Okay, so we can get into that. We have Victoria's body. Now, we're going to do a bunch of tests and stuff. We'll collect a bunch of evidence from her body, okay? Mm-hmm. We can tell what kind of things were used to injure her, how she died, if something happened to her, what injuries she sustained before she died.
Maybe if they suffocated, if she suffocated or something, that's why we didn't hear, maybe? That's probably the only real thing I can think of right now, because I would have heard it and I would have got up and did the same thing I done for Michelle when she was trying to do that to her. You know what I mean?
And so we'll be able to tell that. Did Victoria suffocate?
I don't know. Okay? I do not know if she suffocated. I don't know. All I know is what you guys just told me now, that her leg broke, whatever, got cut off or whatever.
So let me get back to what I was talking
And
about, okay?
I should have been able to hear it, but I didn't hear it. I'm telling you, I'm
Okay.
back to that.
So let me get back to what I'm talking about, and it'll clarify some stuff. Okay. We'll be able to tell if there's injuries on her body, if they were sustained before she died. We'll be able to tell how she died, and then what injuries she sustained after she died. Okay. So that'll help us out. We will also be able to tell who's touched her.
Yeah, I want you guys to very much. Very much.
Who she touched.
Yep.
We can see if she scratched somebody, if she grabbed somebody's hair, if there's hair or clothes on her. There's all kinds of stuff, right? You've seen TV. There's all kinds of.
Yes, so I want this to all.
Okay, so here's the question I have to ask you because of that. Because we're gonna get those tests back.
Okay, that's fine.
We are. My question just flat out. If for what reason would we find your DNA on Victoria, on her body, on her clothes, or even inside of her body? And I know that sounds horrible, but I have to ask the question.
No. Hell no. No, man. That's crazy, man. And I know you have to ask that question.
Yeah, we just have to
but
ask.
Yeah, no damn way.
Any reason I'm gonna find any of your DNA in her fingernails from her fighting with you or scratching you?
Nope. Jessica. That's right. I'm telling you right now, that's the only one I can think of right now because she's the one that wouldn't try to do that to us. She tried killing us for Christ's sakes. I wouldn't do something like that to nobody, no matter what situation or what. I just never even thought like that. I don't have it in me. Okay, I would never do something like that. I just don't got it in me. I'm not built like that. I never have been.
Okay. I feel you on that. Absolutely.
For me to have to go through this as a person, as an individual, not knowing that this was going to happen at all whatsoever, or not being able to notice, you don't know how I feel.
How do you feel? Tell me.
I want to be, I just feel like it's real.
His voice noticeably changes when Corey asks about Victoria, but what he doesn't realize is that the detectives are already one step ahead. While Fabian fakes emotion, Michelle exposes the truth in the other room. As she shares key details, the detective ensures her words are passed along through text messages to the other detective. Thus, these two female detectives were seen texting each other to stay updated on the claims both Fabian and Michelle were making. With each message exchanged, they tighten the noose, turning Fabian's own lies against him before he even realizes it.
Just why I didn't hear, how I didn't know. That's what I'm mad about. That's what I'm really mad about. How the hell did I not know or hear? I've never been in something like that.
I believe you. I think if you could have stopped whoever it was that killed Victoria, if you could have stopped him, I believe you would
I
have.
would have.
Okay.
I would have tried my best. I'm not saying that I would have, but I would have tried my best.
So when I asked you about taking a shower, I don't know why you don't want to answer that for me, and you're telling me about the sprinklers, but let me just explain
I
something.
told you that morning when I got ready.
Yeah.
But I was in my pajamas when I woke up, and she woke us up and did all that, okay? I don't think it was my
You should have, if you didn't shower, a lot of blood on
Shower.
smears, and your nails are very clean.
I was
hands
cleaning
look
up in
clean.
there, just trying to get it out. But what I'm saying is I ran through the sprinklers and I was soaking wet when I knocked on that door.
Well, isn't the apartment that you went to, it's right next to yours. It's in that court. So the
Yes, but when I
sprinklers
jumped
don't...
off, I ran in the back of the wrong because I was scared. I didn't know that she had people, like she threatened me, saying that they're coming for me, they should be there for me any minute. She told me that's scary. That scared me too, okay? Along with everything else.
Okay.
So I ran in the back and the sprinklers were all on and I was just running through the whole sprinklers all the way around just to see if she had someone waiting for me.
Fabian was indeed scared of getting caught. Before fleeing the apartment, he made sure to erase any traces of the crime he'd inflicted on Victoria. And it doesn't take a detective to see that there were no sprinklers, just a man desperately trying to cover his tracks. But when he tries to divert attention with a wild story about Jessica going bonkers and hitting Michelle with an iron, Fabian makes a critical slip.
Like, to tell you the truth, when she woke us up and told us that weird thing, and then started attacking Michelle, when Michelle said that, I'm going to tell you, be honest right now, I don't know if there was blood in there, but I know when I went to bed, the kitchen was clean. Okay? That's what I know.
Okay.
Okay? But because I was everywhere, I was trying to, like, you know what I mean? And I wasn't paying attention, you know what I mean? But I know when she was hitting Michelle, right there, there was blood coming from Michelle. There had to have been there. I've seen it, you know what I mean? Coming when she was hitting her. It was all over Michelle.
So let's focus on that for a minute, because it was something.
So then maybe I was like, then that's when Jessica's like, wow, we cleaned this blood up. We're like, wow, okay. We were scared. We were scared for our lives.
So let's talk about that for a second, because that's something that I'm very confused about.
Okay. Me too.
Is you guys are fighting in the kitchen. Michelle's bleeding on the kitchen floor.
As we're fighting.
Hang on. Just let me explain to you how I understand what you've told it to me, and then you can clarify for me.
Okay.
And maybe we can go back and forth, because what you've told me so far doesn't make any sense to me, okay? In the midst of all this craziness and irons and fist punches and scratches and threats, and you guys are scared for your life, and this chick's acting a fool, all of a sudden she stops and says, let's clean up some blood?
No,
Hang on, so let me just, that's how it's playing in my mind based on what you've told me. And so, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like why would homegirl be tripping as hard as she is, and then all of a sudden say, well, help me clean up blood?
No, she's always like, clean up this blood. And then we're like, okay, we'll just leave us alone, don't stop. Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm calling the cops, you're going down, this is crazy, you're trying to kill us and do more, you know what I mean? So I went to the door, ran to the door to try to open it, get it open, and at least just have it open or something, you know, so someone could like at least see something. You know, that this is going on, and I'm trying to stop it, and that Jessica has so much strength, I'm telling you, usually, I couldn't, it was hard to try to, you know what I mean?
So you said earlier that either, and I could be getting this wrong, but one of you, either you or Michelle, did start to clean up blood.
Michelle was starting to help her, and then...
Let's go back to when she says, let's clean up the blood. At the moment that she said that, did she point to a specific spot of blood?
No, it's
or
just...
indicate anything specific?
She just was all, look, get on my bed, and I was like, no, I'm getting out of here, and then she grabbed me in the car and tried to grab me and hit me on my leg, and I was like, no, I'm not, I was like, ouch, and then Michelle was just sitting there, so, bleeding everywhere, like, okay, Jessica, get help, and I was saying it too, help, get, Jessica, get, you're crazy. And then after she thought, oh, God told me to, and like, just saying weird stuff, and I was like, what the hell?
So then who wiped up the blood, and where did they wipe it?
I just seen Jessica wiping it on the floor, like that.
When was that?
That was when, after she started hitting her in the cat with the thing, and I tried to escape, and then after that, went to the front door, she kind of got me and was trying to do that like that, and that at the same time, you know? And Michelle was sitting there in shock.
Hang on, time out.
Standing there in shock, trying to help, you know what I mean?
Hang on, time out. You want me to believe, just so I'm clear, that Jessica is bending down, wiping blood on the floor, and at the same time is strong enough to keep you from opening the front door?
Well, what happened when she was doing that? Yeah, I was scared. I didn't know if she had to, because she kept telling me that they're coming for me too. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I was scared. I shouldn't have been scared or something, but I was scared.
I'm not saying it's bad to be scared, bro.
I was just hella scared, man.
I get it.
So I didn't know whether, so I was like acting like I wasn't gonna go for the door, but I was. But then she was like, no, stop trying to grab me and this and that, and like, that's when Michelle was just standing there like, oh my God, I can't believe savaging, you know. I know, it was crazy.
What was Michelle so scared?
And then that's when she got up again. Jessica said, she stopped like trying to do that, you know, whatever. Because I started to go up to the patio because she wasn't letting me out right to the front door, you know. So that's when she followed me, and that's when I finally she started hitting Michelle again, and that's when I said, no, stop, quit, please, somebody help. We kept yelling, me and Michelle, we kept yelling. Jessica wasn't yelling for some reason. It was me and Michelle just yelling for help, you know. And so that's when I ended up just grabbing the iron from her, and I ran back to the patio, and then she like rushed me, and she's like, you better get me, I'm gonna hit you, and all that, and like, trying to hit me and fight me for it. And I just threw it. I said no, and I threw it, and she goes, why did you do that? I was like, what? And then she like just lost it and ran back that way, like I guess to go chase Michelle again. And that's when I said, I'm jumping out of the balcony, I'm getting help no matter what, even if I break my whatever, I'm jumping off this, I'm gonna go get help.
Filling in unnecessary details that no one asked for is the #1 red flag. Even with his frantic gestures, he can't manipulate the detectives, making them think that his story is worth buying. Rather, in this attempt, he is only making things worse for himself.
So I got a question for you. At about 3 or 4 in the morning, roughly, and maybe the time's off a little bit,
Okay.
you and Michelle go out the front door to the apartment, and you're talking.
Go out to the front door to the apartment. We're talking. No way.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 or 4
Do you remember that?
Oh no, that Michelle ran out. That was the time. That was like around the time that I think I got finally help, and I tried to ask that lady, and then I went to the other place.
Where were you when Michelle said, "I think she killed my daughter"?
I was we were over there at the 407 already waiting for the cops.
There is a neighbor who says that you and Michelle, they saw you walking out of the apartment. It was about 3 or 4 in the morning. That you didn't even jump off the balcony, or maybe you did and went back up there.
No.
And they see
Never
you
went
coming
back
out of the apartment.
Never went back up there. I was scared for my life.
Okay.
That's how I got. I ran through the sprinklers. It was, you didn't check the sprinkler time. I ran through the sprinklers.
So neighbor sees you coming out of the apartment together with Michelle at the same time. When was that?
Me and Michelle? What did they say we did? I don't.
Well,
maybe when
a
we
neighbor
left that
heard-
day to my brothers.
No. Like this morning.
Oh, that's when she ran to me and she was all big. That's when she was all bloody and just she finally got away from Jessica.
Vivian, I don't want to hurt your feelings. Okay? I'm gonna try not to hurt your feelings.
It's fine.
But I'm gonna lay it out for you. I'm gonna be perfectly blunt. I'm not gonna beat around the bush.
The thing is, how could a neighbor say we got out at 3 or 4 that me and Michelle, we went out of the apartment? I don't understand.
I'm just telling you what people said, but let me tell you.
It's weird.
Like I said, let me just explain something to you.
Because we got woke up, that fight happened, and I remember, like I told you exactly the stories, and I told you exactly what happened. I tried to get away. I couldn't get away.
Are you a strong guy? You a tough guy? Kind of? Do you think of yourself as a manly, tough guy?
Shut up. I mean, yeah, but that's like with a guy, or if I'm getting jumped or something like that, you know what I mean? But like with that, I don't
mean physically. I mean, do you feel that you're the type of man that likes to protect his girlfriend or protect the children? You're the man of the house.
Well, yeah, of course.
You got some cojones.
That's why I got up right away and tried grabbing Jessica, but I thought...
So let me tell you what I am seeing, looking in. Okay? Nothing personal.
And I got scared, yeah.
I don't want to hurt your feelings, but listen to me. Okay? Right now, looking in, I don't see that. Okay?
That's fine.
I see a guy who, and you've only really known each other for 3 weeks. Really? Yeah, it was a good 3 weeks. But like, do you really love her in 3 weeks? And she's already letting you.
wasn't in love with her, but I love her
listen,
because
Michelle's already letting you sleep in her bed, and she has kids. I mean, how many other guys does she have that are romping in the sack in her apartment? I mean, I think hold on, let me talk. Now it's my turn to talk. Okay, I'm just saying, Michelle should set a good example for her kids. And so if she lets you sleep over there, how many other guys is she letting sleep over there?
I mean, I thought that in my head too.
You what?
I thought that in my head too,
Right.
but I didn't make it a big problem because I thought...
So do you really have a lot of respect for her? Because if she's sleeping with you that quick, how much is she, banging other guys?
That didn't matter to me, and I trusted her word, but of course, we're men, I was going to think that because how would you do so?
So now there's kids, right? There's kids in the apartment, not setting a good example. There's a guy sleeping in her bed, new guy. Now, Victoria
and Matthew never told me that there was been other guys. I've never heard that from them.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, this is what kids are going to see growing up. So then...
But she told me that,
okay.
she hasn't been with a guy for almost a year or whatever for a long time.
I'm just saying that's just, So,
I believe it. I mean, I still do.
But you're describing to me that you guys have had, a great relationship.
Yeah.
Well, it's a 3-week relationship. Okay? So, given that, and given that you've only known Victoria for 3 weeks, and you say she loves you, does she really love you? Because she doesn't really know you.
What her mom would say, my kids are really cool with you.
She probably thinks you're great.
Yeah.
But does she love you?
But I mean, I'm not expecting real love. I mean, I love me as a person, okay? And then slowly, we stay together long enough, get to love me like that. That's what I mean.
What the female detective did here is a commonly used interrogation technique known as ego downplaying. By suggesting that Fabian might have wanted to protect Victoria, she fed into his male ego. However, she quickly shattered it by revealing that he was no more special than anyone else, pointing out how his girlfriend, Michelle, had already slept with many men and brought them home. But the interesting part is yet to come, and Fabian is in for a surprise.
The fact that you're getting your beat by some chick up in the apartment and you run off and leave a little girl and your girlfriend in the apartment with a crazy chick with a freaking iron.
See, I didn't know if there was any more people there. That's why I just wanted to hurry up.
So you were looking after your own. So what I'm saying now is freaking be a man and tell, because this is what I'm gonna say. Like I said, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I want you to be a strong enough man to say, I'm not gonna let her hurt my feelings. I'm gonna tell her what really happened because you're full of okay? No offense. The story that you're giving isn't matching up to our scene. If we can explain it, it makes sense. It doesn't mean you're in trouble or did anything wrong. I'm not personally judging you. I could give two shits, okay?
I understand.
But I'm telling you what it looks like and what it's going to look like to anybody else. So we need to just explain everything.
I understand that.
And what you're telling us, it's not matching up.
Okay, so what's not matching up now?
Well, let's start with this, Fabian. We're talking to your girl right now.
Okay.
And you said at any point tonight, did you go into Victoria's room? Did you look in there, open the door? Did you ever go into Victoria's room?
No.
Okay.
No.
So right off the bat, either you or Michelle is full of because according to Michelle, the fight that you're describing with you, Jess, and Michelle did take place in the kitchen.
Remember, I told you after the kitchen. That's when she That's when she was trying to yell for Victoria to try to check on her too. It's recorded. I said that.
No,
remember?
You said that you guys were yelling for Victoria and that you never could go over there because Jess was in the room. According to Michelle, you three were fighting physically in Victoria's bedroom. All three of you, all inside the bedroom. In the bedroom.
By the door.
No, in the bedroom. So that's what I'm telling you.
Okay, well.
So listen to me. I'm not asking. Listen to me. I'm not asking you to talk. I'm letting you know. You asked me what are the differences. So I'm telling you. So every time you interrupt me, I can't tell you what the difference is, right?
Yes.
So I'm trying. Listen to me. Stop. Do you want to know when you interrupt me every 2 seconds? You want to know what that looks to me like? Yeah. You're being deceptive. You're lying because you can't wait to explain every little bit to me because you're scared of the truth and you know the truth. Because everything that I'm saying that conflicts in your brain with what really, with what really happened, you have to explain away right away. You have to let me know right away what's happening. So every time you interrupt me, I think you're lying to me. So let's just be quiet for a second and I can explain some stuff to you. Okay? Do you understand? Okay. So either you or Michelle is lying to us. Because according to Michelle, the fight that you're describing happened in Victoria's room at some point during the fight, and you were there. You were in the bedroom.
Yes, I was trying to pull Jessica off.
So you were
she was
hang on. So answer me this, yes or no. You were in Victoria's bedroom tonight.
I was.
Yes or no, you were in
pulling Jessica off and trying to break up the fight.
I don't want an explanation.
Yes.
You were in Victoria's room.
Trying to break up the fight.
So then answer me.
Offer.
Okay. So why? Let's go back for the last 2.5 hours we've been together.
Okay.
Why have you lied to us this whole time and insisted that at no point did you ever open the door to Victoria's room or go in Victoria's room, and now you're saying you were in the room? Explain that to me.
I misunderstood, okay? But I remember telling you that a while back that the fight did get to Victoria's room and she was screaming for Victoria.
No.
Well,
you said that you were yelling verbally for Victoria, but you guys could never get near her room because Jess would never let you get near the room.
Well, she was chasing me, and that's when I kind of it all happened real fast, and that's when Michelle tried to hurry up and go over there and check on her. Jessica rushed her again, and kind of threw her there, and she was yelling for Victoria.
Was Victoria in the bedroom?
I thought she was.
Was Victoria in the bedroom? Was Victoria in the bedroom?
I didn't see. I wasn't paying. I was trying to grab Jessica.
So did you see Victoria in the bedroom?
No.
What did you see in the bedroom?
I seen the light off and the TV on. And she yelling and me and her yelling saying please, and Jessica went, she was still hitting her with that thing, and and then after that is when I just finally got the iron for Jessica on the patio and threw it.
Okay, let's stay where we're at. Did you guys clean up blood in Victoria's room?
No.
Who cleaned up the blood in Victoria's room?
Jessica, probably.
31-year-old Jessica Kelly becomes the common scapegoat for both Fabian and Michelle. After serving time for manslaughter, she moves in with them. But despite being one of the main perpetrators alongside Fabian, both Fabian and Michelle act as if they have no part in Victoria's death, shifting all the blame onto her. Yet someone sharp enough will soon see through it.
There's no way me and her did that because we were trying to hurry up and get help, emergency help. I'm lucky I even got away.
So let's slow down for a second. Do you understand now that even the smallest little detail that
Yes.
you need to slow down? Listen, you need to slow down because the smallest little details that you're telling me is the difference straight up between me thinking you had something to do with the death of this little girl and me thinking that you were telling the truth. Straight up on a radar of 1 to 10, if I think you're full of shit, I think you're about a 9 full of shit. Honest. I'm just being honest with you.
Thanks.
So, hey, listen, like I said, we have a bunch of evidence. We do. We've got a bunch of evidence. And so, like I told you, I'm putting this puzzle together. And the only person whose pieces don't seem to be matching right now are you and Michelle's. Everybody that we talked to at the apartments, their pieces all match. They match the physical evidence that we have. They match the witness evidence that we have. What I want to know is what you and Michelle's involvement was, whether, no matter how hard, listen to me, stop. That's, again, when you start to jump in on me like that.
I won't say nothing else while you finish.
Okay. It makes me think that you're being deceptive with me.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that you finished.
When you've already said and you've agreed with us, there's no way that the things that happened to Victoria could have happened to her without somebody hearing. Now, whether she was screaming or not, she didn't have to be screaming. She didn't have to be screaming. Just the noise alone of what was done to her body would have woken anybody up. And it woke up every apartment in your building, except for the only people that are supposedly not awake are you and Michelle, okay? According to you. And I'm just telling you what I'm being told. So do you see when I have people in apartments telling me that they wake up and they hear banging and something being drugged in an apartment, they hear screaming from a little girl, mind you, and they hear adults arguing. So I believe that you guys were arguing. I believe that there was a fight. Now, I also think that some of the filler in there that you've told me is bull. Just straight up. And I understand you're scared, okay? There's a little girl that's dead in an apartment, and I don't blame you for being scared. To be honest, on a lot of levels, I don't blame you for lying about stuff if you're lying. And here's why. It's a natural human reaction in the situation that you're in to protect yourself.
Fabian seemed caught off guard, unprepared for the scrutiny of his inconsistencies. Neighbors reported hearing a girl's screams followed by the chilling sounds of strangling and dragging. Yet, shockingly, not a single one of them thought to call the police while it was happening.
This isn't some stolen TV or somebody that got a bullet wound in their arm. This is a dead 10-year-old girl, and I'm taking that as serious as I possibly can, okay? We're going to talk to Michelle. They're talking to her right now. I have a little bit of information, like I told you, of what she said. And it's already conflicted with what you said on some point, and you're trying to clarify that for me. I appreciate that. We're also going to talk to Jess, okay? Now here's the problem. If the story you're telling us doesn't quite match the evidence, and Jess comes in here and tells me a story that does match the evidence, and for whatever reason she implicates you in the murder, being honest with you, then you're going to get wrapped up in this. This is your one and only opportunity, and I'm serious, to tell us the truth. If you saw Victoria dead and it freaked you out and you ran out, then it is what it is, okay? If you helped clean up the blood and whatever, you helped try and get rid of her, whatever it was, this is the time. Listen, this is your only time for redemption. You might have to own up to the consequences. Listen, you might have to man up to that. And I'm not going to lie to you, but this is your only time to come clean, because once we walk out of this room and we put Jess in this room If she tells us a story that makes a lot more sense with the evidence, the physical evidence, and it implicates you and it makes you the bad guy, you're going to be the bad guy. And that's the way it is. So this is your opportunity to tell us what's up. I need you, look at me. Look at me in the eyes, bro.
I can't be
This is your...
yes, man. There's no
What's
way.
that? I didn't say you're getting blamed for it. I'm trying to explain to you the reality of the situation that you are currently in, okay? So if you helped clean up blood in Victoria's room with the water and the rag, then you need to let me know. Talk to me. If you saw her,
My turn.
talk to me. Let's go.
I forgot to mention, I could have sworn I mentioned that if I did take part right there in the doorway of Victoria's room, okay? And she was trying to hit her, and Michelle yelling for Victoria. I was trying to pull her back, and she was, you know what I mean? Like I said, she was a lot stronger than me, and she couldn't do it. I feel like, but if she was in there somewhere, it was where I couldn't see. I don't know if she was on the bed or because I wasn't paying attention. But if she was in there, then she was. I'm not gonna say she wasn't because I can't say that right now.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, and I'm sorry because I was still out of it, and I was trying to help, and you know what I mean. It was a little dark in there, and I did not clean up any blood in that room or nothing. No, guys, I don't even believe this right now. I don't. It's crazy to me. But I'm telling you, yeah, if I happened right there, I did not clean up any blood. Jessica was trying to do that because Michelle was trying to check on her daughter, okay? And I was like, right there, going, stop, quick, stop, what's going on? And that's when she finally let go. And then she started going after me, and I finally got the iron from her, ran to the patio, like I told you guys, and threw it. And she got mad at me and tried hitting me and doing this and that. And then I was like, what? So I fought her off, and that's when I lost my sock. Okay.
As unbelievable as it seems, Fabian is telling the truth about the earlier fight. Jessica feared Michelle might expose their role in Victoria's death, believing a mother who couldn't stay loyal to her own daughter couldn't be trusted. In a panic, Jessica struck Michelle with an iron to silence her. Fabian intervened, saving her for the moment.
And I wish that little girl was still alive right now. And I wish we would have checked on her a lot sooner. And to tell you the truth, we didn't hear her. We were woken up to this. Me and Michelle both. By Jessica being where talking about, say a prayer, do you believe in Jesus? And she got some phones.
What do you have in that? What is in that apartment that would be sharp enough or heavy enough or whatever it is to cut a 10-year-old girl's leg off?
Probably the kitchen knife, like I was saying.
You gotta get through bone. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cutting a leg off? I mean, people use, like a power tool would be probably a little more appropriate, or a saw, you know what I'm saying? So a kitchen knife is gonna take a long time.
Or, like I said, there's that other big kitchen knife too that's a little bit bigger, and then those are the only knives I know she has, guys. Like I said, I've only known her for 3 weeks, we get along great, I still, you know what I mean? Still want to be there, that's the only thing that I know that's in there like that.
Because at first you said that you did not ever check on Victoria, right? Never happened. You guys never checked on Victoria. You left.
Thought she was asleep.
Michelle, thought she was sleeping.
Yeah.
Now there's this big story about this fight that happened over by Victoria's room, and you're pulling Michelle off, and that's a big story that never happened before. It never existed.
What I'm trying to tell you is this: we thought Victoria was fine because we thought she was sleeping, like we were saying, okay? And Jessica never said nothing bad. So we thought everything was okay. We thought she was sleeping because we seen her coming downstairs. We were listening to music down there, okay? She went back up there, and we went back up there, and we said, "What?" She said, she laid her back down, she said. So then we just left it, because we said we were asleep, okay? So this is the whole reason why I'm saying that. And then when we went to bed, when we got woke up, and this is when all the weird, crazy iron, weird bullshit started happening, with Jessica trying to kill us and say that we trying to do this and that. And
you know what I think, Fabian? I think that we've been sitting here for a long time, for quite a while, talking in circles, and I think
tell me how
you're a smart guy. Listen to me.
Let me tell you this.
I think you're a smart guy.
She's talking
Tell
to
me.
you, Fabian.
Listen, just real quick. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt
I understand
because I'm
that.
saying you're a smart guy. Smart enough to know when that little girl was being carried up those stairs yesterday that you did go check on her and she was dead and you got scared. I think you were just scared and you knew. So I think you guys were like in the apartment over like hours.
If I would have known that, I would have seen something right away, guys. Come on. Scared or not. I would have said something.
Well, how can you convince me of that? Because after everything that went on,
Because even Michelle thought she was okay.
Fabian, we're not saying that you killed her or that you had anything to do with her death. We're not. Okay?
Yes,
Do you understand?
but if she
Listen.
Okay.
Do you understand that we don't think that you killed her? What she's saying is we think that when you saw her on the stairs that she was dead. And that when you went inside, that she was dead and you guys didn't know what to do and you got scared. And that's what I've been trying to tell you.
I was in my right mind. I wasn't out of it. I wasn't on anything, okay? And yeah, I was a little bit buzzed, tired from the not getting, but I was in my right mind, okay? Yes, trust best believe that I should have noticed a little more, but I really thought she was just sleeping around. Yes, I kind of thought it was fishy why she turned around and didn't listen to me. I said, hey, come here, what's going on? To try to see what was going on, okay? We went upstairs. Michelle asked, okay, oh, Victoria's sleeping? Yeah, she laid her down, Jessica said. You know, or whatever they said, whatever. But yeah, basically, Jessica said she asleep. Okay, so then I thought she was just asleep in there. And not for one thought, I didn't think, because me and Michelle went to the room right away, and Jessica didn't want to stay in the living room, okay? All this together should have made us snap, me and Michelle both, to go check on her. You know what I mean? But we didn't, because she said just leave her asleep.
so you're taking the word of your ex-convict cousin who just got out of
Yes,
prison, who had her kids taken away from her in the past, does drugs, has been using. You leave little girl with her, and then you think that something happened to her because she looks unconscious, but then you don't go check on her.
But we didn't.
And you take her word for it.
But we didn't see her using anything like that, and we just thought she was sad because she had to go back to her mother's. And
No, you knew that she was using. You saw her with.
yeah, but we didn't see her use it.
Well, you think she was just going to look at it?
Oh,
Come on, you're a smart
I understand.
guy.
I understand.
Stop bullshitting me, dude.
I know. Okay.
We're just trying to ask, like, we're just trying to explain the facts, and they're not matching up.
I know, but what I'm saying is, I wasn't scared. It's just I don't know what was up with Jessica.
It's a valid question. Why would anyone leave their own child with a convicted felon severely addicted to drugs? During Michelle's interrogation, she suggested Victoria might have taken the drug herself, but the autopsy proved otherwise. Both Fabian and Michelle knew exactly how dangerous Jessica was, yet they left a 10-year-old in her care without a second thought. And Fabian, directly involved in the crime, had the audacity to claim that he failed to protect Victoria, while in reality, he violated her. And now, sensing the walls closing in, he's quick to play the victim.
You know, let me just say something. I know that sometimes people do really, things that get them off, and maybe get them off even, that they're more embarrassed of what the public's going to think. But that stuff's pretty private, okay? And I understand that if, you're with two girls and you guys are getting high and it gets people off to hurt a little girl. I mean, it happens before, because let me tell you.
Come on. That's sick. That's
Fabian?
disgusting. That's gross.
But
That's very.
you're putting this on your cousin. I'm not buying it.
I'm just telling you, yes. I got off to get help anyway.
Whack
was-
that in the head.
I know, I should
Knock her
have.
out and get your
think I'm
girls
thinking about that
out.
right now? I should have, yeah. But I was scared. I'm telling you, I was very
You
scared.
can be scared. I get it. It's a horrible situation. But the fact that you didn't see, this is not a mansion. This is not a really big house, dude. And I'm just saying, with or out, the
I didn't
experience
hear
that we
it.
have,
That's
listen to
all I'm saying.
me. Listen. Let me finish. With or without the many years of experience that we have in this is a very small apartment, and there's no way that this went down without you knowing about it and hearing. And now your story changes to going back into Victoria's room, and you still claim that you didn't see her?
I didn't
Her
see
room
it.
is not that big, dude. You step in it, you can see everything. So is she in her bedroom, or is she in the bathroom? Which is it?
I don't know. I didn't look in that bathroom, okay?
Or is she on the kitchen floor where all the blood is,
No.
and then she's moved
No.
later?
There's no way. There's no way, because when she woke us up and the fight started, like I said, when she started hitting Michelle first and then trying to do her to me and trying to do that to me, and Michelle was like, we were yelling. I didn't see nothing like that.
So what blanket was she wrapped up in when Jess was carrying her down the stairs?
Like a blue and white one.
Okay, and what blanket was she wrapped up in later?
I don't know.
What blanket was she using later?
I remember, I didn't see Victoria after that. Never after that, or even look for her. Stupid me and Michelle, we should have.
Okay, well, Michelle peeked in to make sure she was okay. So what did she tell you she was looking like?
She didn't say nothing. She just said, oh, she's asleep.
Okay.
It's like Jessica said. And I went to the room right away, you know what I mean? I was tired, I was drinking and we're listening to music, I was having a good time, and I went to the room right away. I was already tired. And then I was trying to see why Jessica kept staying in the patio and the couch. She wasn't even going towards that room, and I was like, huh.
So when you went in,
I didn't think nothing of it, okay, which I should have.
Okay. So when you went into Victoria's room, and there's this big fight now over there, and this big altercation, but
that was like, it started from our bedroom, and then it went to the kitchen, and then that's when I tried to get out first. That's when she just freaked out and tried to say, well, help me clean this and that. I didn't. I just said, okay, yeah, she will, you know what I mean, whatever.
If that wasn't infuriating enough, Fabian's next statement would push anyone over the edge.
And so we left, you know what I mean? Stayed gone for a couple hours, went back. Well, we didn't go back until we found out that she wasn't showing up for, what's her name, Victoria.
So much compassion Fabian had that he couldn't even remember the name of the girl he violently assaulted and dismembered. But his lies are about to crumble. After stepping out to check on Michelle, Corey returns, ready to tear his narrative apart.
All right, bro. We're done with the bull. We're done with the bull. Look at me. Man to man. We're done with the bull.
I understand, sir.
So we're going to get to the bottom of the real story right now?
I understand, sir.
We're going to get to the bottom of the real story because Michelle's giving us the real story. Okay? So I want the real story. Because I know that you and Michelle were inside the apartment and that you knew that Victoria was dead. So let's get to the real story. Listen to me. Michelle is telling us that you guys were in the apartment and that she saw Jessica move Victoria's dead body around 7:30 and that you guys were both there. So let's cut and whatever cockamamie bullshit story you guys came up with in that apartment, it's out the window. We're done with it. Let's go to the real story. Like I told you, Michelle's telling us what happened. Now it's time to buck up, dude, and tell us what happened.
So is she talking about when Jessica went upstairs with her? Is that what she's talking about?
She's telling us that you guys were in the apartment. You, her, Jessica, and Victoria. And that Jessica brought Victoria's dead body out of her bedroom and put it in the bathroom.
I didn't see that. I did not see that. I did not see that. And she didn't tell me anything about that. I didn't see that.
Fabian.
Did she tell me? She told me?
Fabian.
I didn't see her move.
Okay, so you didn't see her move the body, but you were there.
Yes, I was there. And I didn't hear no yelling. I didn't see her move the body, but yes, I was there. Yes, I was.
Okay, so then what happened? I'm not saying you killed Victoria, okay? Okay. Who made the decision to cut up her body and why? Let's talk about that.
I don't know.
Fabian.
I don't know who would do that. I would never do something like that. That's crazy.
I know, I'm not saying that you would. But that's the reality of what's happened and we're here.
No, I understand.
So we need to know the truth.
Okay. I didn't see that. You know what I mean?
Fabian. Listen, I don't want the next time that I walk out of that room, them to tell me that you were the one doing it. If you're being honest, listen to me. If you're being honest with me, then we're gonna work it out. I'm not saying you're not gonna be in trouble, but Fabian.
Well, no, I didn't.
Right now, you're the only one that's not telling me the truth based on everything I'm seeing.
Because I didn't see none of that stuff. I didn't see her.
Okay, so then what do you know about it?
What I know is that she kind of was acting weird, Jessica was, and she did tell Michelle that, you know what I mean? That her daughter was dead, and she's like, I think she's coming down. I was like, no, that's stupid. Yeah, right. I was like, she
when was this?
When she told me over at the place when we were waiting for the cops.
No.
And then this is what she said. Let me tell you what she said, okay? you think she'd hurt us and this and that? And I said, no, I don't think she would. You know, pretty sure not.
We're talking
We're talking what?
way earlier in the day, bro. Victoria's been dead for a while.
Okay, what? Tell me
Fabian.
What time?
Fabian.
What time of the day? Just tell me. You're telling me to answer your question. I don't want to sit here.
When you saw Jess on the landing, holding Victoria's body,
Yeah, it didn't.
and then went inside.
Yeah.
When you guys went back inside, sometime soon after that,
Yeah.
she moved the dead body, and Michelle is saying she knew that Victoria was dead. She moved it to the bathroom, and you both were there. Whether you physically saw that or not,
Yeah.
at some point between that time when she was moved to the bathroom and to when the officers arrived, Victoria was dismembered and cut up into pieces, and you were there. So we got to get to the bottom of it, bro.
I understand.
Because Michelle's telling us the truth. So tell me what your part in it was and what you knew.
I went up there. We should have checked on it. I didn't know that Victoria was even passed away, or even I didn't see her get moved to the bathroom. I did not. I went to the room anyway. The only time I came out of the room was when I said I was hungry after I used the restroom, okay? And then I made the tacos. And then we went to bed, and then we got woke up like that. I don't know what she's telling you, but that's what I went through. So how is Jessica gonna say that?
At this exact moment, Fabian realizes he's in serious trouble. He never expected Michelle to turn him in. After all, they made tacos together right after dismembering Victoria. But now, she's serving him up to the detectives. And as sickening as it sounds, investigators uncovered their twisted plan to dispose of Victoria's remains, piece by piece.
Because then somebody started cutting up the body of a little girl in that room and packing her up in plastic bags. And so for you to say that you at no point heard, saw, smelled, nothing, I cannot believe that. Because this is like 600 square feet. There's not a backyard, there's not a shed. Fabian, I know that I'm asking you to tell me the truth, and this is the hardest thing you've ever done.
Okay.
So I know it's the hardest thing you've ever done.
That's something I didn't do though. I did not kill that little girl.
I just want to know what you did.
I did not dismember it.
Even now, he refuses to say her name, reducing Victoria to just it. But no amount of distancing can erase the horror of what he had done to her.
The thing was, I did not see nothing or pay attention to anything. I was just in there all drunk, okay? In the room, laying down. I would have never thought that or known that.
Do you see how different our story is now, though?
Yes.
Okay. So now what are you not telling me, Fabian? It's okay, dude. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to lose my mind with you.
When she told me that, I think your cousin and I said, yeah, right. So then I kind of thought about it.
What time was it that she told you that Victoria was dead?
When she told me when we went to the Indian his house, and I was like, oh, what do you mean? Why do you even say that? I said, she's okay. There's no way. I told her, you're tripping, and she's okay. Just, you know what I mean? They'll get her up. She's going to be okay. That's when she said that.
But Fabian.
And then she said, before that, we went to bed, we ate something. She thought, go get a cigarette. So she got a cigarette, she smoked, and she went to the balcony with Jessica.
Fabian.
That's the only funny thing I can tell you.
Listen. We know that Michelle specifically asked Jessica what happened and what she did to Victoria. Mm-hmm. We know that you were in the apartment.
Yeah, but I wasn't right there when they asked it. When I wasn't there, like this close. I was in the room.
Baby, listen. You need to understand. This is not a trap.
I know.
I know you don't.
Listen,
it's not a trap. It's not a trap. I'm not trying to get you to admit to anything that you didn't do. Okay? That's not what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm just trying. I need to know exactly what you saw or heard. Listen, if you had nothing to do with it, that's fine. If you had something to do with it, whether it was a small part or a big part, we need to know. And listen. This isn't about getting Michelle in trouble. You don't need to worry about that. Or Jessica, no, she's your family. This is bigger than this, right?
Yes,
this is bigger
I don't care. She can run hell for that. Man, that's crazier than hell.
Okay. But I cannot, there's no way that I can leave this room believing that there's a 10-year-old dead girl in that room. Let's even say from the
here right now.
from the time of 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. and that during that time, her limbs were being chopped off in that very apartment, and she was being bagged in different bags. Listen, and then at no time, I refuse to believe that at no time did you have any knowledge that something was going on. You had to have known something.
Okay, I didn't, but what I'm saying is me and Michelle were over there with the neighbors inside for a good 15 minutes waiting for the cops. 15, 20 minutes waiting for the cops, okay? I know that for a fact. And Jessica was in there by herself. She locked herself in because I know that because the officer had to keep the door open. And we're watching for...
Let me explain this to you. It takes more than 20 minutes to do what was done to Victoria. It would be physically impossible to do what was done to her in 20 minutes. Impossible. If there was 10 people doing it, maybe. For one person to do that would take hours and hours and hours.
This is crazy, guys. I want to take a lie detector test because this is crazy.
A classic move. Guilty men often ask for a polygraph, hoping it makes them look innocent. But detectives don't need a machine to see through his lies.
Fabian, listen. I'm not accusing you of anything
I know you're not, but I'm trying to tell you. I would never in a million years would think this would happen.
I agree.
More than this, with her not even knowing, if she knew, she should have let me know something. Thing is, if she didn't let me know, she did know, and I'm going to tell you that right now. And if she knew, why didn't she let me know right away before we even went to bed?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm
not a parent, but if I walk in my house...
And I was wondering, why did Jessica attack her first when she woke us up? If you're saying it like that now.
So, have you and Michelle ever talked about your past before?
About my past?
Yeah.
Because when me and my baby's mom were fighting, it's not that like the baby got touched. It was just because we were arguing in front of her, and when we got pulled over, like that, when the cops seen it, you know what I mean?
Like a neglect or something.
Yeah, it was child neglect. That's what it was. Yes, and then when I got whatever the DA approved it, they tried to get it for child. You know what I mean? But then it went back down just to child neglect.
Something I need you to understand, okay? I've already told you a couple times that I think you're a good dude, okay?
Yes.
I don't think you're a bad guy, okay? And like I said many times now, a lot of times good people find themselves in bad situations.
Yes.
They had no intent of being there.
Yes.
They had no idea
That this was gonna even go on.
and never in a million years would ever wish to be a part of it or want to be a part of it. And if they had to, if they could go back again, they'd never be a part of it. Okay. However, those people find themselves in those situations. What I need you to understand is just because if a good person does something bad, that doesn't mean that they're a bad. It doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It just means that they did something bad. Okay. Mm-hmm. Can you understand from our side? Seeing the things we've seen today and having to investigate what we're investigating, can you understand how it's hard for us to believe that you had no knowledge of anything going on?
Okay. That's
Like,
that might be, I might be guilty of that, but I didn't, come on, man, that's scared the out of me, man.
So Fabian, were you scared that she was gonna kill you?
Yeah.
Is that why you just let it happen?
I didn't see nothing happen, though. And
Did you hear something? What did you hear, Fabian? Let's talk about that.
I kind of, I thought it was the TV. Because she had a real loud,
What was it? What'd you hear?
just like loud sounds, you know?
Like what? Like describe them to me.
Just rah, like, you know what I mean? But I thought it was the TV.
What is that? Like somebody talking?
Somebody, yeah, like trying to talk or like back and forth. But Michelle was in there with me too, though. When I woke up, you know, when I heard that, you know?
Fabian, what did you hear during the night?
All I
Just
heard
be
was,
honest with me, dude. That's all I'm asking.
let me tell you, I didn't see nothing or hear nothing, but I did see her carry the little girl upstairs when she tried to come down and wear the same music.
Okay.
And that's when she said, "Oh man, what's going on? Oh please, you know what I mean, this and that. Oh please, she's okay." And what happened is, I said, "Come here," just cause she's like, "It's weird," and didn't listen and went back upstairs. But they never mentioned about like saying that they were gonna they think the baby, they killed her daughter or nothing like that. You know what I mean? And it was so weird because Jessica was acting shady, but it was like, you know, but Michelle was with me, so I was like, you know, there's really nothing going on, and I know I'm not doing nothing, and I know I would never do something like that. So, but we should have checked. And then, you know, we were just kicking back, and me and Michelle went to the room right away. Okay, when we went inside after that.
You what?
We went to the room right away. Me and Michelle.
But then you guys came out and had tacos.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was right away. We made.
Where did you guys sit?
And I was still in the room waiting for her asking out. And I was like, "Can you remember?" And I was like on the phone and stuff. And she was like, "Oh, what are we doing?" I said, "Just warm up the potatoes and get the meat, and I'll just do the rest." You know what I mean? And then that's what happened. Yeah.
Fabian, I have a very hard time. Michelle's telling us,
Yeah.
honestly, that she saw, and I'm telling you exactly
But
what
I
I said.
wasn't in
Listen,
there.
I know.
You could ask her.
Let me explain to you so you can understand what I'm
Okay.
thinking.
All right.
She physically saw Jess move Victoria's body from her bedroom to the bath. Okay, listen,
Why didn't she say something to me then?
Fabian.
Why didn't she tell me anything? Why didn't she tell me anything? That's what I want to know.
Okay, so I understand.
Can you ask her that? Why didn't you tell Fabian something then?
Well, we can ask her. I'll have them ask her.
Please, because she didn't tell me.
Because from my point of view, it's very hard to understand how you wouldn't know in that small
Exactly.
space.
If she didn't tell me nothing. You know what I mean? And plus, if Jessica moved her body from the room to the bathroom, and I'm in the room with the door halfway shut, of course I'm not going to see that. If you really look inside that apartment, you're not going to be able to see that.
So let's say,
my side's all the way to that side. You know what I mean? It's not by the door side to where, see, Michelle's side, you could see up through the door.
It's infuriating to hear Fabian constantly switching up his story, but given his history of childhood, it's no mystery that he inflicted the same on Victoria. In Michelle's interrogation, she claimed Fabian had been brutally Victoria for some time. While there are a number of versions of this story, many believe Michelle's confession was false and forced. However, even if that's true, it doesn't paint her in a good light. She was fully aware of the horrible things happening to Victoria, and at the center of it all was Fabian, spinning lies while standing in the wreckage of his own monstrosity.
let's say you didn't see her move her, and Michelle never told you anything. Okay, let's say that. What I want to know now, when we need to get past, because I'm having a really hard time with it, is how I need to know what you heard or saw regarding Victoria's body being dismembered.
I just heard like the TV being real loud and stuff and that, but I thought they were just, you know what I mean?
Can I ask you this point blank? Did you start the fight with Jessica because you caught her cutting up Victoria's body?
No. Was it people that I didn't know that happened? And if Michelle knew that happened, she never told me. I wish she would have told me. And I would have never thought my cousin would do something like that. That's why I didn't have my suspicions like that. Tell me, do not come true, sir. Please. I don't deserve this.
Well, we're going to get to the bottom
I
of
was in
it.
the wrong place, the wrong time. That's what happened. But I did not. It's not like I didn't stop seeing
Fabian.
it. It's just no one told me that this was going on. Jessica sure enough wasn't. Okay, and she never told me nothing like that either.
Fabian, listen to me. I know that you had a part in what happened last night.
A part?
And I don't know what part that is. That's why I don't want you to talk to me about.
I had a part in something like that? No, I didn't. No, I did not.
Okay.
No, sir, Bebop. No. Don't, guys, please don't tell me that. I know I did not have a part in that.
I need to know what part it was.
Just because I didn't see it or hear it, I have a part.
No, what? Fabian, I think I'm going to be honest with you. Based on the information that's being fed to me right now, and listen, for whatever reason, if we can prove what Michelle is saying is wrong, then that'll get you up. But I'm telling you right now, based on what she's telling us, it's not looking good for you. Because
So what is she saying? That I did this?
You know what doesn't make sense to me? Is that you've only known Michelle for 3 weeks. But listen,
Yeah.
but you and Jess are cousins. So I'm starting to think that you and Jess were more tight with each other, and that Michelle is kind of like, what the just happened in my apartment, and this is my daughter that got killed. And so, you know, I'm thinking someone maybe kind of threatened someone that if they say something, something's going to happen.
No, I mean,
Because like I said, no, Fabian, you know I'm right.
I didn't threaten nobody. I didn't threaten Michelle. What do you mean? I got hit too, and I was helping. Yes. I don't know why she even.
You were helping with what?
I was trying to get her off and keep her off from hitting her, and trying to tell her, run, go. Get out of here.
So what did you tell Michelle? What were you referring to? That if she says anything, that you'll kill her?
I didn't say I'm gonna kill her.
Huh? That's what she's saying. She says that Fabian said that if I say anything, he'll kill me.
Bull crap. I didn't say that. Nuh-uh. No.
Fabian.
I said about. Okay? When I went and got from my brother, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say that. I just said, you can't never, I got from my brother, look, I said, but just don't ever say nothing. She goes, oh yeah, I can smell it. I said, don't ever say nothing like that. You never know, you know what I mean?
Or I'll kill you?
I didn't say I would kill her. That's a lie.
I think you've told us a bit of the real truth the whole night, this whole day. I think we've been sitting here for almost 4 hours.
So now this is all my fault, huh? Really? This is all my fault?
You tell me, bro. I'm trying to figure this out.
I'm getting really super irritated because I'm telling you the guys, the honest to God truth, and that's all I can say. I would never do. You guys this is unbelievable, man, that you guys are even trying to do this to me.
I'm not trying to do anything to you, Fabian. Like I told you, I explained to you earlier. You're in here talking to me, right? Michelle's in the other. Listen, Michelle's in the other room talking to the other detectives. So we have to go off what we're being told, right?
Yes.
So like I said, we're gonna only have 3 people that can speak for Victoria. You, Michelle, and Jess.
Yes.
Fabian clearly fits the profile of a narcissist. Throughout the interrogation, he only thought of himself, lying whenever it suited him. But through all the lies and manipulation, one truth stands clear, and the detectives are about to confront him with it.
Now, in my mind, I don't have anything to prove it right now, like just sitting in this room. I don't doubt that Jess killed Victoria.
Why would she though? Why?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you why. I can't tell you why. But based on everything, I'm not doubting that. I need to know what your involvement is, bro.
My involvement was, yes, that was my cousin. I asked her if she could stay a couple days. That's my involvement. I did not know this was going on. Never would think that would go on. But yes, I should have checked when she came down the stairs with Victoria. Okay?
Fabian.
I should have.
Fabian.
But I never did, and she never checked either.
We're way past
I understand, but about the thing when I told her,
I'm not care about.
yeah, that's what I told her. I didn't say kill her.
Hang on, let me see your hands. Go like this.
I know the truth is the hardest.
You stabbed her. You stabbed somebody.
What? You're saying I stabbed somebody?
I can tell from what I just saw on your hands. Because blood, I don't care how much you wash it, it doesn't go away.
You're saying I stabbed somebody?
Okay, then
Really?
Okay, so hold on.
I know I grabbed the iron like that, and it was bloody. That's all I know. And I threw it.
A knife. You were holding a knife that had blood on it. So maybe you didn't stab. Maybe you didn't stab her, but I need to explain how you had a knife in your hand that had blood on it. A knife, not the iron, but a knife.
I had the iron, and the iron had blood on it. I didn't have no knife.
No, I can tell. I can tell it was not an iron, but I can tell it was a knife.
Fabian.
I wasn't holding no knife.
Fabian.
So you're saying I stabbed this little girl?
No, I'm trying to explain.
You're saying you're at least close enough. You were at least close enough to her when she was stabbed to have some sort of evidence on you.
But I
didn't. Okay, so then who stabbed her?
Stabbed who?
Victoria. Who stabbed Victoria?
I don't know.
Who killed Victoria? Fabian.
Jessica.
Okay, how did it happen? Just tell me how it happened.
I think she did it when we told her we were leaving. I told her we'll be right back.
No, I need to know what you actually know.
When I told her we'll be right back, one of my brothers, I didn't tell her what we were getting. Because I went to go get some okay? Right? And she came with me. Michelle.
Okay.
And I think she was acting really weird. I think that's when she did it. Honest to me.
I need to know what you saw.
I didn't see it.
Fabian,
I didn't see it though.
the truth is the hardest thing sometimes to let out.
I understand.
And it's the biggest burden in the world.
I understand. I didn't kill that little girl.
Okay, so then how did Jess kill her?
You guys probably know that more than me. I'm thinking since we didn't hear it, she probably strangled her or something, like probably something like that.
Okay, let's kind of narrow things down and get you focused.
Okay.
Okay.
Please help me.
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you.
I'm kind of getting in trouble for something I didn't do. The only knife I was holding was when I was cutting the potatoes, and I was going like that, and I was going like that. Putting it like that. I'd show vouch for that. That was the only knife I was using, but I put it back in the dishwasher.
Fabian.
Before we went to bed. Okay. I made food.
Hang on. So,
Yes.
in
Stop it, buddy.
Victoria's room,
So,
we know that there was a physical altercation.
yes,
Wait a minute.
Jessica was.
Listen, I know. But there was a physical altercation that occurred during the time that you and Victoria and Jess were in there. And I can't really necessarily put Michelle in there, maybe close. But
No.
maybe you just saw something happen, but I can show you in here. So, what did you see?
So you're saying that I was in there when Jessica? No, I was not in there. The only time that happened is when. What's her name ran in there? Michelle ran in there. Okay. She ran to.
Stop for a second. Stop.
Listen.
Stop.
All right.
Listen. Seriously. We know what happened, okay?
Okay, I understand.
I just need you to be quiet and just think.
Okay, I'm thinking. I'm trying to think.
Fabian, look at me. Look at me. I don't think you're a monster. Okay?
Of course not.
Listen, we're at the point now, it's not a matter of, it's less a matter of what happened, okay?
Exactly. Anyone know?
Hang on. I kind of want to just know why, maybe, and what you guys were thinking, what motivated it, okay? Fabian, look at me. We can keep playing these. We can keep playing these circle games. Listen to me. We can keep playing these circle games.
It's crazy, man.
Fabian, I know. I don't think you meant to do it.
To do what?
Just listen. I don't think you meant to do it, and I'm not sure why you guys did it.
Guys.
Well, you and Jessica.
Why we did it?
Listen to me.
didn't-
Fabian, this is the time. Hey,
Oh, no, you guys can't do that to me, man. Come on.
this is the time, Fabian. To do
You
right.
guys-
This is the time to do right by Victoria. What happened.
It's Jessica did it. I didn't do none of that.
And tell me what happened.
Okay. Freaking, she was worried about, Jessica, this and that, and just told me to leave her alone, I guess. Like I said, I was hearing a little bit yelling, this and that, when the TV was loud, and I didn't know that was going on in there. I should have checked. But,
No, stop.
but what I'm trying to tell you is, I was never in there and helped Jessica do nothing. And I never seen her move a body.
We know you were in Victoria's room with Jessica when she died.
Well, her mom was too then, if that's when she died.
Okay? Michelle was there. Michelle was in the room when she died. All three of you were.
But I didn't do it.
Okay.
Detective Corey already has Michelle's statement. Now they just need confessions from both Fabian and Jessica, who were also being interrogated alongside. We'll dive into her interrogation later on this channel, so stay tuned for that. For now, the focus remains on Fabian, aiming to uncover what led to the events that transpired that day.
Jessica did it.
How did she do it?
God, my mind was crazy. I didn't know how to see it.
So what
I'm telling you now,
happened?
I'm scared.
Okay.
Michelle, I think I heard the little girl try to yell or something, and I think just put off on her too.
Did she stab her?
I think so. And she was trying to.
Why did she go off on Victoria?
I don't know, because she was screaming.
So tell me what you saw.
I didn't know. I seen Michelle right there getting stabbed at, and then I guess I heard Victoria.
Where did she stab her? Where on her body?
Michelle?
Where did Jessica stab Victoria?
I don't know. I don't know, but I
You
know.
saw her?
I just know that I did hear Victoria, okay? And I was like, whoa, so I thought she went in here. And I was like, Jessica, get off him. And she was just going off on him like that.
On who?
On Michelle and I guess Victoria.
So hang on.
I guess Victoria, but I didn't get to see because I was so scared. I was like, no, please, quit. Stop. I was.
So that's where Victoria died, in her bed. Yes. I know it's unbelievable and you can't wrap your mind. I know.
But it wasn't me. I'm scared. I tried to pull it off. I tried.
You tried to help, okay? So tell me. I need to know the specifics because we're too far down the road to keep playing this lie game. We know you, Michelle, and Jessica were in the room when Victoria died, okay?
Jessica had so much drink and was stabbing at both of them, and I was trying to pull it off, and she bawled at me. She was right bawling. I think Victoria, because I heard her, but I thought she hit, like I said. I think Victoria must have ran up and tried to like stop it or do something, or try to run out the room and Jessica stop it. She was like, and I couldn't see because she hit me. And I was like, Jessica, stop! I was trying my hardest.
So where did she stab her? Did you see? You saw her stabbing?
Yeah, like that.
What was she stabbing with?
I don't know what she was using, but all I know
Was
is
it a knife?
Yeah, I think she
How big did it look?
She might have had a knife. She might have had a knife.
Fabian, there's no need to protect her anymore.
Okay.
We know the story. I'm trying to understand.
She had a knife. It was one from the kitchen.
Okay.
I don't know what size.
What happened after Victoria got stabbed? Fabian, I don't have time for the whole
Okay, listen. After that, that's where the fight happened in the room, right? And then that's when I got scared and I ran. I said, this is crazy. I'm gonna go tell. It's like when she look after that happened. Okay, this is when she tried following me and she grabbed the iron. Okay. After she did that, okay, and I wasn't paying attention because my mind was so crazy. I was trying to stop it. It's not my fault. I'm trying. I was just scary. It's the craziest thing that's ever happened to me.
Okay.
I don't even know how. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get it right and think for you guys, but yes. And I heard Victoria. That's why I said I thought she hit, but I guess she ran to come help her mom. You know, being stabbed at. And I was trying to pull Jessica because you know what I mean. I was right there trying to pull her off her. Jessica was hitting me back and just going off.
So let me explain to you.
And then after that, I was like, oh no, Jessica, stop, please, someone help. And I went running to the patio and she went after me with.
Oh, that's all.
I think that's when I think that's.
Fabian, stop.
I'm trying to think.
Stop.
Hold on. Can I think?
Well, I know what. Let me help you figure. Let me fill you some of the details for you, and maybe we'll refresh your memory and you can talk about it.
All right, good.
Jessica stabbed Victoria in the bedroom, right?
She was stabbing at Michelle and Victoria, and I didn't see it, but I heard Victoria. Okay, but I did not see it with my eyes, but I heard Victoria, and I thought she hit. Okay, that's why.
What was Victoria saying?
Oh, she was yelling. She was just saying, stop, help, and I was saying, yelling the same thing, just like Michelle, and Jessica was just going off.
Okay, what started the whole thing? Did it have to do with?
No, I don't think so. It had to have done. I think because Jessica was saying something that her boyfriend sent her a letter that she has to do something, and I don't know what her problem was. And she kept, she had that in her saying that stuff. And I was like, what? She goes, he's gonna come for me. He's gonna kill us. He's gonna kill us. I was like, what? Jessica, stop. You know, that's it. What's going on? And you know, there's no way. And she said that like the day before that. You know what I mean? When she started acting weird like that. Okay. And I thought she was just, you know, just high and stupid. You know, honestly. And
Fabian, whose decision was it to cut up Victoria to hide the body?
I think it was Jessica's because after that happened, after she stabbed at him like that, whatever, and I didn't see it, but I heard her. But I'm pretty, you know what I mean? Everything was just so fast and weird and crazy.
There's another version of the story. Around 6:30 p.m., when Michelle and Fabian left to get narcotics from Fabian's brother's place, a man allegedly from the cartel came looking for Fabian, claiming the latter owed him money. With no sign of Fabian, the man went straight into Victoria's room and assaulted her before strangling her to death. He then instructed Jessica, who was in the living room, to dispose of the body. This mystery man's DNA was found in Victoria's autopsy report.
So let's fill in the gaps real quick.
Okay.
On the timeline. So Victoria gets stabbed, right? Victoria gets stabbed. Did you and Michelle leave the house to go get the and come back?
No.
Okay. So you guys.
No, we're already back. We're already back. Yeah. And I done smoked a bowl and everything, and that's when I laid down. Okay. Right.
Fabian.
I smoked a bowl.
Fabian, I know you were in the room. We know you were in the room when Victoria was stabbed. I'm not saying you stabbed her.
I know, but I told you, and I tried stopping it. She was trying to stab my child. Yes.
Okay, so she stabbed her. Then Jessica came up with the idea to cut up the body?
I don't know.
No,
She had to because
You were there.
About that.
You were there.
Let me tell you this, okay? Yeah, I'm talking. You're kind of jumping the gun on me. Okay.
Okay, so tell me what happened then, because you fed us a bunch of bullshit the last couple hours.
Because I was scared. But then when you told me that,
Michelle just came in and told us the real story, the whole story. Okay, so you're helping her clean up the blood in the bedroom.
I didn't help. No, in the kitchen.
Whose blood?
Michelle's. Because I didn't see no blood. I was trying to. You don't understand.
Fabian, cut the. Knock the off. Listen, this whole cockamamie scheme, it's bull. We know what happened. She's sitting in the other room telling us what happened. So listen, you're looking me in the eyes.
I don't remember if I seen blood there already or if it was from Michelle. I told you that.
You're still trying to Fabian, you're still trying to go back to this old story?
I'm not going to go back to the old story. What I'm trying to tell you is the truth, okay? And what I'm trying to say is I don't remember seeing blood there in the beginning.
Okay, I'm talking about the bedroom.
Okay, the bedroom, I never went back in there, no. No, because once I got off the balcony and asked for help, I never went back. Never went back.
Let me ask you this.
Keep talking. I'm going to go clear that.
So,
I can't believe you're trying to do this to me. Really, I'm telling you the truth now. Please listen to me. This is a no go here. This isn't no game.
I know. But you know what? I know crazy happens and things happen really fast.
Yes.
And you may not have meant for some crazy to happen, but because you were so scared, you may have done something because you were so scared that you normally wouldn't have done to hide something or something like that. So
because I was scared, I wanted to go tell.
I get it.
I wanted to tell right away.
But
I was saying we were in there for like 20 minutes.
Well, there's a difference if you did something when someone's alive or if you did something when someone's dead. And I can't tell you. I mean, I'm just not going to put words in your mouth. But I'm just saying,
all I'm saying is
there's a big difference.
We jumped on the balcony, okay?
But
after she stabbed at Victoria and Michelle, and I couldn't pull it off, and she clocked me in, and I finally grabbed it from her and threw it off, okay? Then Jessica ran back in there, and I was scared, and I said, I'm jumping off. I didn't know the speakers were on, so I went down that way, and that's how I got wet. And I went to this first neighbor's, whatever, like I said, the next door over to the top one. She was like playing me off like I was all stupid or whatever. I was like, please, what's going on? And please, okay, whatever. And she was looking out that bathroom window, and I ran to the middle of the parking lot to wait for the cops to come because I thought she was calling. And when she looked out the bathroom window, I was like, oh no, it's going to take you too long. And so I ran just to the next one, which was 407. And I said, please help, man. There's my cousin's in there, over there. She's trying to stab at the little girl. You know what I mean? My girlfriend and stuff like that. I said, I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. Just please help. I don't know if she has someone after me or what. Please help, please. And then so when I said that's when they started calling. I was waiting there with him, and he was outside with me looking.
And that's the same stuff that we've heard over and over and over.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Let's pause.
And then I shut the door with them. Hold on,
Okay.
we called, and then that's when we went back out there because me and him heard something. My door slammed, and we heard like someone like cry, and so. I said, babe, I'm over here. No, come on here. She's like, where are you at, babe? And she said, those are exact words. Where are you at, babe? And I said, I'm over here.
Yeah.
Fabian refuses to give in. He still believes he can get away from the interrogation room free.
Fabian. So this is where we're going to start the story, Fabian. The real story.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
I'm trying to be.
You really got a common attitude?
No.
There's a dead 10-year-old girl?
That's what I was just telling her. I said, over a 10-year-old girl. You guys think I'm just around, but I'm not.
Well, you know why? Because we have the mother in there telling us the real story, how she watched her daughter die.
So I was in back of Jessica pulling, and I know Jessica.
Let's go to the real story.
I didn't see it.
When you guys walk in the house and Jessica told you that Victoria had ate a bunch of and was having a seizure. Let's start from there.
What? I would have. Jessica said that?
No. Michelle. When you guys went in the house and Victoria was having medical problems because she had found and ingested 8. Tell me what you guys did at that point. Fabian, if you think I don't know the story, I know the story.
I understand, but that sounds weird as
The whole story's weird, but we're getting the truth.
That's crazy. No one ever told me that.
Okay, so then tell me, if you didn't know she ingested, tell me what happened on the bed between Jess and Victoria. What did Jess do to Victoria? I know she didn't stab her to death. How did she kill her?
I don't know. All I know.
You were there, so you do know, because you were standing in the room.
I was standing in the room? You're saying I was standing in Victoria's room watching Jessica do that? Where was Michelle?
In the room.
What room?
In Victoria's room.
I didn't see her do that. I just seen her going off.
What?
I just seen Jessica go off on Michelle, and then I heard Victoria, and I didn't see that. I was too scared of trying to help and get Jessica off after she already woke us up and did that.
You saw Jessica kill Victoria. How did she do it? You saw her. You were there. It's all. You didn't do it.
She was trying to kill me and everybody in there.
You didn't do it. How did she kill Victoria? The fight was way later. Between you guys. How did she kill Victoria in the bedroom? We know, but I need to hear it from you. How did she kill her?
Are you sure I was there?
I know you were there. Fabian.
Jessica, I guess, went in there. I didn't see this neither, but I was thinking she went in there, okay? And she said, I was like, what the hell, so she's staying there for a while. Then she came out, she goes, I took care of her. She's fine. She's sleeping. She just doesn't feel good. That's what she said. So I didn't think she really took
Fabian.
I didn't really think she did something to her like that.
What did she do to her? What did she do to her?
I wasn't interested.
Tell me what she did. She laid on top of her and what happened?
I think she laid on top of her. Stayed on top of her.
So you saw that happen?
No,
yes,
but she admitted. She told me she took care of her. She's always laying down with her. She said, I laid down with her. She's okay. I took care of her. And I was like, well, I didn't think nothing of it. So now that you're saying that, that's what she did. What's your name?
Corey.
Corey. I didn't see it. All I know was Jessica was being really weird.
So then after she came out and you knew Victoria was dead, what did you guys decide you needed to do?
Well, she didn't say she was dead. She just said I took care of it. She was just
Michelle asked Jessica of what happened.
Yeah.
Because she discovered her daughter dead. Or she was there.
Wait, does Michelle ask Jessica what? Can you tell me? I'm being honest.
I don't have exact words.
Okay, but
Jessica or Michelle knew that Jessica was dead.
Jessica was dead?
I'm sorry, that Victoria was dead.
Yeah. Well, how come Michelle didn't tell me that?
Who made the decision?
How come Michelle didn't tell me?
Who made the decision to cut up the body?
Jessica. I didn't make no decision.
And who cut up the body?
Jessica.
After Victoria died, it took a long time. It took a while to cut up her body. Who cut up her body? Fabian, it was you.
What?
It was you and Jessica.
No, it wasn't me.
It was you and Jessica.
Don't blame me for that, please.
Fabian.
No, it wasn't.
You had the knife.
She said that I did
Fabian.
that. Did she say I did that?
You had the knife.
I had the knife.
And Jessica was holding her body.
Bull crap. Bull crap.
Then tell me what happened.
Bull crap.
Then tell me what happened.
Jessica did it.
Did what? Describe it to me. Tell me what happened. Do you see where...
Yes, okay. Michelle didn't tell me that Jessica took her to the bathroom, okay? I didn't know that, okay? Because she didn't tell me that. Alright? So I was just in there, chilling and smoking both weeds and, just watching TV. Okay? Like I usually always do. I didn't know Jessica was in there doing that. I thought she was on the balcony.
You were there. You knew she was getting cut up.
How come you don't believe me?
Because I have somebody in the other room telling me that they watched you cut up a little girl.
She said she watched me?
Yes. This is not a game, Fabian.
I know this is not. I didn't cut up no little girl. You guys are crazier than hell.
Then why is she telling me that you did?
I don't know. That's crazy, bro. I'm telling you right now. That's way crazy, guys. Don't please don't do that to me.
Fabian.
Please.
Fabian.
I didn't do that.
Why did you guys decide to hide the body?
I didn't decide not. Jessica did all that on her own.
Then what did she do? Tell me. Because you keep saying Jessica did it, and then I ask you specifics, and you go to a different part of the
She
story.
cut up her body.
Okay. And you watched? Or were
No, I didn't watch. I ran.
No. This is before you ran, knocked it off.
Oh, okay.
You were there. You were in the apartment from approximately 10 o'clock to 4:30 a.m. During that time, Victoria was cut up into pieces and dismembered.
4:30? No, I wasn't in there till 4:30.
Dude, that's when the police were called, was 4:30 a.m.
Yeah, I was already gone for a good while when I tried to run over there for like 45 minutes. So I tried to go to that door.
So there's a 30-minute difference. From 10 a.m. to 3 a.m., you were in there while Victoria was being cut up into little pieces. You were there.
Jessica was going off. I was trying to stop this, okay? I was trying to stop it, okay?
Fabian has spent the entire interrogation insisting he wasn't in the room. But now he walks straight into his own trap. As his web of lies unravels, he inadvertently exposes the truth that he was there all along.
What did you see, and how was she cut up?
Jessica was doing that either in the... I think she was doing it...
Where was she doing it? Not either or, where was she doing it?
I think she was doing it either in Victoria's room.
And you were there.
That's when I was trying to stop it. After she was stabbing at him, I think she was doing that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Fabian, do you see how your story is crumbling?
You guys are making me stressed out. This is scary to me. You don't understand this. I'm not going down for something I did not know or do.
Okay, well...
Yes, I was there.
Okay.
But I did not know.
So then you need to tell me exactly what happened. Because you acting like you don't know what's going on doesn't help you when Michelle is over there giving us detailed accounts that matches the exact physical evidence that we have. And she's putting you there at the scene. She's putting you there watching. She's putting you there helping. She's putting you there with full knowledge of everything that's going on.
Oh, no. No way.
Yes, way.
Detective Corey does an outstanding job, starting by asking Fabian to name the person who killed Victoria. From there, he strategically shifts his approach, directly confronting Fabian with the evidence.
Fabian, listen. What are you... Look at me.
I didn't do
What are you
anything.
scared of right now, Fabian?
What am I scared of?
What are you scared of?
I'm scared of being banned for something I didn't do.
Okay.
Very scared.
Okay.
That's how scared I am. I cannot go down with something I didn't do, and I will take this all the way. And with like I know I didn't do that.
Fabian,
I'm
do
telling
you feel like if you tell me the truth?
No, I don't. Then whatever, blah. No, I didn't do that. Why would she run to me? And why would I go get help? Or why would she run to me and say, "Oh, she didn't just kill my daughter. I hope she didn't kill my daughter." I said, "Why would you say that?" She did. There's no way. Even ask the people in 407.
So Fabian, let me ask you this. How do we explain?
And then she took her socks off and said to me, "Go ahead and throw your socks away. My socks are bloody." I was like,
Okay.
Okay.
How do we explain your DNA on the knife that we found that has body tissue on it?
My DNA?
Yeah.
From what knife?
The knife that was used to stab the little girl.
My DNA?
Or cut
Like
it?
on the handle. You know?
That's the knife that I used to cut potatoes. I know what it was. It was the
Okay,
one.
no,
That,
but-
well, is it black handle? Is it kind of big? Like
How do
thick?
you know what knife it is? That's what I'm trying
Because
to
that's
figure
the
out.
only knife I used for potatoes. To cut the potatoes like that, and Michelle would vouch for it because we were there doing it together, and I cut them for her.
But you said Jess had the knife. So how do you know if you didn't see what knife Jess had?
Because if Jessica had got a knife, then she got the one that we used to make dinner with to cut the potatoes.
How do you know that's the knife she got?
I don't know.
You cleaned the kitchen and put everything away.
I didn't clean. I cleaned the kitchen. I didn't clean the dishes. I just put the dishes in the dishwasher.
Can I tell you this?
I'm not gonna.
I understand.
I'm not going down for something. I
Listen,
do. That's ridiculous.
If I'm in an apartment and my cousin kills a 10-year-old girl, I would freak out too. I don't know how I would react to that. Okay?
Yeah.
Because just being there, I can see how I would feel like I did something wrong, and I'd need to cover it up.
I didn't
I get
cover
that.
it up though. I'm telling you though that. Again, I know Jessica was on and she did it. And I was just scared. I didn't know if she had anyone else there or waiting for me.
Fabian.
That's what I know. Really? You guys are really gonna
Fabian, listen to me. We've been in here for almost 4 hours.
Oh, please listen to
Fabian,
me.
everything you told me the first 3 hours was essentially not true. So now, I believe that you guys got in a fight, but that's way after the fact of what we're really here for.
Who got a fight?
That you, Michelle, and Jessica, she was
Jessica.
hitting you with the iron. I believe all of that.
Yes.
I believe that. But that's way after the fact, after Victoria died. And after she was cut up.
I didn't do that though. Jessica did that.
Okay, listen, Fabian.
I didn't do it.
Listen to me. There's no doubt in my mind, and we all know that you had a part in cutting this little girl. Now, let me tell you, if she's already dead
I didn't do
when
that.
you cut her up, it's not that big of a deal.
I didn't.
But if you know what I'm
I didn't do
saying,
that. I'm not admitting that.
But-
I'm not admitting it. I'm not.
well,
I didn't do that.
I'm
not
just
gonna-
trying
Who
to
did?
listen.
Then who did?
Who did then?
And explain it to me, other than I just ran out. You know what happened.
Okay.
So if you were standing there, what happened?
I sat there and broke up Jessica going like that, okay, to Michelle and I guess Victoria, because like I said, that's when I heard her, you know?
In the air like this, or
Maybe.
actually stabbing someone?
I didn't actually see her stabbing
You're
anybody.
you're fast forwarding to about 2:30 to 2:33 in the morning.
I just blacked out and didn't know what for that.
I want to know.
What the hell?
I want to know what happened between about 10 when you guys got home from going to your brother's.
Okay.
From then until when Jessica woke you up again.
Okay. Then we went in there, okay?
Because that's when Victoria died, right?
I don't know.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, I don't know. This is. I think Victoria was dead when we got there when Jessica was coming down the stairs. Okay?
Well, why do you think that?
Because what you're saying now, and then how I was saying, and like I didn't really think of it, nothing of it. I just thought like how I thought, like when I first told you my story, like she was, and I was like, why? And then how it's weird, but no one told me anything. Jessica didn't say nothing, and they said she was just.
The footage abruptly ends here, and unfortunately, we only have this much to reveal of Fabian's side of the story. Even though Fabian didn't confess, later during the trial, he struck a plea deal, admitting to reckless child resulting in death and tampering with evidence. He was sentenced to 37.5 years in prison, a term that reflected his direct involvement in the events surrounding Victoria's death. Victoria was only 10, but her heart was full of hope and love. A life brutally stolen, and that too on her birthday. She must have been so excited to turn double digits, but sadly, she didn't live long enough to experience it. Her smile could light up any room she entered. Her teachers and classmates adored her, and they would forever mourn the loss of such a bright soul. The world was simply too harsh for an angel like her. As we conclude this case, we are left with heartbreak and outrage. How can someone be so cruel as to take the life of an innocent child in such a brutal manner? How far has humanity fallen when even children are not safe? Every day, countless cases make headlines where young girls like Victoria suffer the same tragic fate. How strong must the justice system be to make people think twice before committing such heinous crimes? Share your thoughts in the comments. We deeply appreciate your support and are committed to bringing content that informs and raises awareness. And while Fabian's story ends here, another disturbing case involving someone from his own family is yet to be told, one that will leave you just as stunned. You wouldn't want to miss it, so stay tuned. Thank you for joining in today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.